guys, welcome back to the channel, man. So today we're gonna be working on one of the mini bikes again. Raven's mini bike. He has this itch that he wants to extend it. So we've never extended a bike before. We've seen Google pictures and stuff like that and seen how people have done it, and it seems pretty simple. We don't have a kit. We don't have really anything except for, yeah, we just have a chain.
Yeah, we got a little bit longer of a chain.
Yeah, he has an extra chain. He can extend his chain. But aside from that, all we have is just some metal plate that we're going to try to cut and utilize that just to make some little extensions right here. So if you guys have never seen a mini bike extension, they're basically just little plates. I'll put some pictures on the screen right now, but yeah, all you do is just weld on a plate right here, moving the bolting point back. That's pretty much all you need to do. Aside from that, probably the most difficult part is just making sure to utilize an area to actually bolt up your brake. That's going to require a little bit of measuring and stuff, but that's what we're going to do today, man. We're going to take the wheel and the chain and everything all off, get it out of our way, and then start messing with some templates, try to make a cardboard template, what would make sense, what would look good or whatever. And what are you thinking, like 6 inches?
Yeah, like 6 inches.
6, 10 inches, maybe 12, 24. Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, just way back here. All right, now we're trying to figure out a template. Making one out of cardboard just to get a visual, you know, try to figure this out. We have to match, obviously, this angle, but we're trying to figure out exactly not only how far is he spacing it back, but also we're going to utilize these brackets to lower the bike a little bit. So the hole needs to sit a little bit higher. The absolute point of no return, my friend. Definitely gonna have to do something or else a wheel will never go on there again. Alright, well, Braven's cleaning that up. We got some templates made that's going to extend this thing 6 inches back and lower the back 1 inch. But since we are extending it, the 1 inch up should actually lower it probably 1.5 inches realistically. I don't know the exact measurement, but it's going to lower it a little bit and extend it 6 inches. So I have the first one marked out here on our piece of plate. Now this is, I think, a little overkill, don't you think? This is a 1/4 inch, buddy.
It's pretty overkill.
Yeah, but it is what it is, man. Putting some weight back there where we need it for traction, right?
For sure.
Anyhow, I got the first one kind of mapped out on here. I'm gonna get this cut out, and I'm gonna use the first one when I cut it out to mark for the second one. Once we get them both cut, we're gonna have to clamp them together and fingerprint them anyway with a grinder, make sure they're both identical. But yeah, dude, let's get to cutting. There's gonna be a whole lot of throwing sparks around here with this project. Alright, so all the brackets are completely cut off of this thing. Braven got it all cleaned up and got all the old weld removed off of it. Now, he also took this bar off, this cross bar, because, no, hold on, it was like this. Yeah, it was something like that. So this is what the fender bolted on with. We're going to try to scoot this back. We're going to see if it makes sense once we get the bracket on and everything, because it would be cool to move it back.
I want to be able to do burnouts.
The factory fender.
Myself, you know?
Hell, we might even be able to just do something like this, depending on how far back it is. You know.
Yeah.
We cut this tab off and just reposition it. Anyhow, now I have both of the extension brackets cut out. So whenever I said fingerprint them, this is what I'm referring to. You basically get them right next to one another and you get them lined up the best that you can and clamp them. And then I like to put it up here inside of the table vise and then just take the grinder and you're gonna go all the way around all the sides and then just take the softest grinder and just grind it down until they are even. And then you have two pieces that are exactly the same for the most part. So whenever I take the grinder across here, there's areas of this one that it touches and it's not touching that one. So you just keep going until it's flat. Just like that. Since I have them clamped together, I can take it out of the table vise without them coming apart. I've already done this side, the angle. Now we have just this one side left. And if the clamp is in your way, you just put it in the table vise first and then pop the clamp off. And you can reposition it so they don't move from one another. And what you end up with is all three sides being perfectly even with one another. Therefore, both pieces are exactly the same. Dang, buddy, look at that. It's almost like we know what we're doing around here. Better check the other side, make sure that, you know, the frame is the same. Shoot. So, I think we should probably drill a hole while we have them together. Drill a hole. And yeah, once we drill the hole and we know that's centered, we get the hole to the correct size, then literally all we gotta do is just bolt this bracket onto the wheel with the axle, the spacers, everything. And then we just position the bike to where we roll the wheel up to it and get it in the position where this sits against there and
tack it a few times.
Yeah, and then
set it down to see if we like the right height.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Right. That's the way. All right, cut the tip off of my template and got it lined up on here. Marked our center hole or center for where the axle's got to go. Now we're gonna drill a pilot hole. Gotta try to keep this straight. Perfection, my friend, perfection. All right, we're gonna wipe these things all down and deburr the edges. Bang, bang, baby. Oh, extendo. Extension. Okay, now we just gotta get the plate square with one another. So they are far from that, buddy. We just gotta make sure it's something. Yeah?
Oh yeah.
That pretty sick or what?
It's stretched out.
Damn, Gina.
And it makes it already look so much more aggressive.
Yeah, bro, that's pretty sick. Hey, oh, hold up. Wait. Dang, we can almost just use the one that's there. You just bend that tab up a little bit.
Yeah.
Mount. Yeah, you just bend that tab up, bro. And mount that bitch. Bro, that's gonna be gangster as all hell. Literally just bend that up some, and then you bolt this straight there.
And then make another tab going across the back.
Dude, that is freaking legitness, homie. Legittiness. Alright, so we got this thing kind of eyeballed up here. To be straight up with you, we need a welding table really bad, because doing things like this would just make so much more sense if we're doing it on a welding table, something that we know is level, and then we could like level a portion of the bike and then level, you know what I mean? Just, it would make it a lot easier for squaring things up. But anyhow, we have it like straight, like using our eyeballs anyway. I'm trying to figure out a way to pull a measurement off of something just to compare, to make sure both sides are equal, you know? We want this to be straight. I was gonna pull off of the motor plate, but I realized that the motor plate favors the right-hand side, so it's hard to get the tape measure to go from the motor plate to the center of the axle. But I'm using this piece of steel and putting it up against the motor plate, so then I can just pull a measurement from that back to the center of the axle and check, at least make sure that the axle is square in that direction. But then we need to figure out how to see if it's square like up and down, like in the opposite direction. I don't know exactly how we're gonna pull that off.
Ready?
Yes sir, tack it. Don't bump the table.
Try not to.
There you go, brother. Pupper. Oh, the pupper. Oh, the pupper. You gotta do it. Yeah. I can't even hear your ass.
Alright, so we got the bench all set up and everything, kind of got this thing ready. Start tacking on the front mounts. Let me kind of show you guys what ride height I decided with. This is basically having the bike leveled out. So basically everything is equal length. This is the ride height that I'm looking for. Definitely fills out the fender a lot more. What I need to do is I need to modify the front forks to allow the bracket to sit flush. So as you see now, I have to basically cut a pretty big section out of here and then allow it to sit flush. Then we could go ahead and tack it on and then weld it on, and then we'll be able to remove the excess and kind of clean everything up and make everything nice. Alright, we got it all welded in on both sides. Now we're going to go ahead and cut an angle into this and then weld through the bottom. Just clean it all up, make everything nice, and then get the front wheel bolted on and set it on the ground and see if we like the ride height. Alright, so I just got finished up. I actually ran out of gas, so I couldn't finish 100%. But as you can tell here, I got the front brackets all complete. This side I haven't gotten to actually fill in and, you know, clean all up like I did the other sides. And then halfway through finishing this one. But honestly, it came out really clean. It looks, you know, once it has paint and everything on it, it looks really factory. Like, it looks super, it came out super tough, to be honest. I'm going to go ahead and get the wheel mounted up now, and then set this thing on the ground and see if we like the ride height. Alright, so it's currently the next morning. Actually ran out of gas on the welder, but I went and picked some up this morning. So we can go ahead and button up just little tiny details and stuff like that on the front forks. Before I go back and do that, what I want to do, because of the fact that this is the engine completely tight, there's still a lot of tension here. And it's like, yeah, I could keep pulling on the engine to go forward more. I don't think that that's really like the best way of doing it. Of course, this thing had a tensioner before and we knocked it off when we did the torque converter. So what I want to do is I want to put a tensioner back on this. So I'm thinking I'm going to end up running a tensioner here towards the rear, just like this, but I had to make a plate in order to do so. A lot of people do straight chain and have no problems with it. I did go on a ride last night with the chain pretty tight, and it did pop off while I was riding, and I really just don't want to deal with those issues. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and build a little bracket here. It's going to sit just like that, and then this is the hole that I'm going to make. Is going to have a slide effect to it, and then once I get this all welded on and the hole made, I also have this little bracket that was originally on the bike, which it runs through that bolt. Now I just have to make a little bracket for this to slide through, and then you just tighten this and it'll pull the wheel this way, or pull this tensioner this way, which obviously pulling this way is adding more tension to it. All right, there we go. We got the piece all cut, so now we're gonna go ahead and let it cool down, and then we're gonna test fit it. We gotta clean up all this paint and everything off of here so we can go ahead and weld it to it. All right, so a little bit of time has passed. I have finished. Basically the tensioner bracket. Now what I want to do is go ahead and get this thing tacked on here, and then I'll have to take apart the back of the bike and stuff so I can weld it all the way in. But for now, let's go ahead and get everything tacked up. All right, we got it all welded and put back together. Now we're gonna go ahead and put some tension on this chain. So it's got a pretty good amount of tension already, but we're just gonna tighten it just a little bit more. All right. As you see, the chain follows back. The tensioner is right here, located towards the rear sprocket. So it does look like a straight chain from the side, which has that straight chain look. I made the points and everything match, so it kind of has like a clean look to it. Of course, I'm gonna end up cutting some holes or putting some like design into all this stuff. Keep in mind, I'm gonna end up painting the whole bike. I think I'm gonna end up smoothing everything out like I did the front forks. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Let's get a good clip of me riding this thing.
Well, there it is, man. Lowered in the front and the back. And you made a new tensioner? Braven got it all finished up and he took it for a test ride and it popped the chain on him.
So I think it was like 2:30 in the morning, like half a mile away.
Wow.
I had to push the thing all the way back home.
It might not have even been because of the lack of a tensioner.
Yeah,
you said the master link popped off. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I think it would have worked straight chain, but at least he does have a tensioner in there. It's kind of an interesting place for it. I've never seen one right there.
Yeah, actually, I looked up on Google. I've seen them put them right here. I've seen them put like all over the place.
Yeah, so it doesn't really matter where, just somewhere. Anyhow, the front forks came out really sick. Just a little piece of flat strap cut to that shape, you know, and then he... So the bars were way down here, the forks were way down here, and that's where the wheel mounted. So now he has some adjustability as well. He can go lower if he wanted to, move up to that top hole. But hell yeah, there it is, man. Take it for a rip. Does it feel pretty good or what?
Oh yeah, it feels great.
Sick.
It feels so much more planted.
Yeah.
And like,
Keith, are you able to take off faster? Well, you gotta get the.
I gotta change the main jet on it because as soon as I stab it, it's like, and then it goes, it gets into it. So I think I gotta put a larger main jet based on my research. I'm not sure though. So.
Yeah, it came out really good though, man. It's got a lot more of an aggressive look to it.
A lot more character for sure.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like a grandpa bike anymore.
Grandpa bike. Anybody who's never seen one of these things before, knows nothing about it, wouldn't even realize that anything's done to it.
Right, yeah, no, for sure.
But it's definitely sitting a whole lot lower. He had to cut the kickstand off. Yeah. So now he's able to use the frame as a kickstand for the most part. That's how low it is.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, I could have
still not.
I could have kept it, but I should, and like made it work, but I just, it wasn't work because I was going down the sidewalk and like the curb, and it was like clunk, and I was like, dude, I don't want to be like dipping and I accidentally hit something.
This one's still sitting higher than Marcus's, isn't it?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. But it has a lot more of a lowered look because of the fact that it's stretched and it's not just like a tucked wheel.
Yeah.
So.
For sure.
I think it came out sick. You gotta ride it though.
Alright.
Just so you can feel it. Because you're gonna agree that's a lot less sketchy now.
Yeah, maybe. You got your shocks on the front.
Yeah, I just don't think I could make shocks go this low. I think it's gonna have like a raked look. I got to change the jet so it has a lot more of an aggressive leave.
Yeah. You gotta lower the idle.
Yeah. I have to raise the idle right now to keep this jet happy. I haven't gotten to see it roll. That thing looks so good. It feels a lot more planted now, huh?
Yeah.
A lot more planted.
Don't want to lift it all now.
No, even if you try. It's like, watch, I'll give it my best go.
That's sick. Hell yeah.
There's still a few other little things that I want to do to it, but it's all just like spend money stuff. So I got away with not spending any money on this project. So
yeah, that's funny. Just having some steel in the backyard. Stretch it, drop it.
Change the whole characteristic of the bike.
Hell yeah!
It came out super cool. Walking my dog.
All right, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. Throw it in the comments what it is you guys think. Throw it in the comments what kind of mini bike you guys have. I know a lot of you guys said you have these yourselves, but I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please do smash the like button, hit the hype button, of course. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing. And we will see you on the next one. Later.